This is the Bushnell Spacemaster, one of the most compact 45 power scopes ever made. And I know you're thinking, it doesn't look that compact. Hold up. Now it looks like one of the most compact 45 power 50mm scopes ever made. Alright, this is my Bushnell Spacemaster spotting scope. They don't give you these really heavy-duty travel cases anymore when you purchase a spotting scope, and this is definitely heavy-duty. Let's see what we get inside is we have our spotting scope, we have a tripod, we have a carrying case slash hand strap, we have all of our original paperwork from Bushnell and how to mount it. No diagrams, very basic stuff. Okay, let's first take a look at this tripod. Look how compact it stores. It is very flat. And these are the legs, and they splay out in different directions. And this splays forward to provide the stable platform that you'd need for a tripod. Oh, and this is the plate that mounts on to the mounting plate on your optic. So there you go. I'll give you a side view there. Now I'm not quite sure what this last little toggle thing is for. If you happen to know, let me know in the comments. I don't know what this last bit is used for, because obviously it doesn't lay on anything, and if you rotate it all the way to the top, is it intended to fit on here? Yeah, I'm not sure. This is kind of weird. Anyway, again, if you happen to know, let me know in the comments. But let's take a look at the scope itself. Now this thing is super compact. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches wide. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches, a little over 6 inches tall. Or just a shade over 6 inches tall, which is about the height of your typical 50mm spotting scope, or actually most spotting scopes are about that tall, but the length is a full 2 inches shorter than the shortest spotting scope, and no spotting scope of this size or smaller has this kind of power. This is a 50mm objective lens, so you're getting a decent amount of light coming through the front. And let's just take a look at that. This is the lens cap, which I think it's the weakest point of this entire whole setup, is that this is a proprietary lens cap. It's just held in place with tension along this lip here. And so if you lose this, you're SOL. But it does have an integral sunshade, so that's good. The one thing, I'm wondering why they stopped making this, to be perfectly honest, if anybody knows why. I'm guessing perhaps that over time, because this is not supported externally, that maybe the objective lens may become misaligned, or so yeah, you can see that there. There's a little bit of play when you have it fully extended. There's a little less, but you can still I can still feel a little bit of play in the mechanism. So it is perhaps more prone to getting damaged because of this design. So let's take a look at the eyepiece here in terms of its range of 15 power to 45 power, and a fairly decent sized ocular lens. Could be a little larger, so this restricts your eye box a bit, having this smaller older school. All right, so let's take it over to the range, and you can take a look yourself. All right, so we are looking at the peak of Mount Davidson, 1,250 yards away through the Bushnell Spacemaster here. And in the center of the image, you can see that white object is a informational sign about the peak and the view. And we see a hiker there in the foreground going along the trail. Oh, but it's a good opportunity for me to pan down to some workmen. They're doing some erosion control work here, and it looks like they're taking a bit of a lunch break. So, but we're getting pretty good detail. You can see the see the buckles, carabiners on their harnesses. So, and if it was just a slightly better day, we could probably tell what kind of sandwiches they're eating for lunch. Yeah, that looks yummy. All right, so we're looking at maximum magnification, 45 power, at an object that is 80 feet up and 50 yards away. And I'm going to zoom this back out to its lowest power setting so you can get a good idea of field of view, as well as generally the best color, or best light pass through at its lowest power. For extra credit, and for those of you who like to shoot extreme long distance, this is the image quality you can expect to get from objects over 5,000 yards away. The next step is to take this out to the range and take a look at some reference targets at 100 yards. And while we're here, I want to ask you to please hit the like and subscribe buttons. It's free, it's simple, it helps me grow this channel, but it also helps you because you're taking control of the AI. Big tech suppresses a lot of firearms videos, so by hitting like and subscribe, you're telling the algorithm you want to see more videos like mine instead of a K-pop video, and unless that's your jam, no judgments. Okay, I've got my Bushnell Spacemaster mounted on a tripod, and we're going to paste up some reference targets downrange at 100 yards and take a look at them through the scope. Alright, the target on the left is a paper target with a 3-inch paste-up bullseye. I can easily make out the 322 holes that are on that reactive target, but I can also make out a single bullet hole on the bottom right corner of this paper target. Now let's look at the U.S. Air Force's optical resolution chart to the right and a little bit above the bullseye target. I can make out both horizontal and vertical lines down to element 6 in group -1, and with my naked eye I can actually make out element number 1 in group 0. Overall, the image quality is very good. It could be a bit brighter, but then again, it's a 50mm scope. There's very little, if any, chromatic aberration, and it's fairly sharp from center to edge, just a little bit of softening around the outer edges. I really dig the Bushnell Spacemaster. It's so compact, that's the reason why it's been my primary scope when I go to the range. It's so compact, in fact, when you wrap it up with the ballistic nylon body cover, you convert it into essentially a large monocular. Now, there is one glaring disappointment with this scope, and that is they don't make it anymore. You'll have to pick it up used on birdwatching forums or on eBay like I did. You can read more about this scope on my blog at moondogindustries.com. And before you click on that next video, don't forget to click the subscribe button. It's absolutely free, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment and hit that like button. Thanks again for watching. Moondog, out. Hey. If you enjoyed this video, please share it on forums, Facebook, Reddit, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, MeWe, whatever social media you're on. And if you want to see all of my videos, check out moondogindustries.com.